Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Yes. Welcome into the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show. That show that you decided to download and are viewing right now, we would like to thank you for being here. Also, make sure if you want to text us, you don't want to use a comment or whatever, maybe you've downloaded this, the FanStream Sports text line, which is being utilized more and more by more of you. I said more 3 times.
More.
214-937-0569. Give that a chat. Shoot us a message, and we'll talk about what you want us to talk about because you send it to us via our FanStream text line. So, I'm Colby Sapp, and that is one IndyCar Tim.
Hey, Colby, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. How's it going?
It's going great. We need to make sure we remind everybody, too, that we have new ways for you to watch and listen to us.
Ooh.
As our live shows, our live videos. You don't have to go find them on the YouTube. You don't have to go to Facebook. You don't have to search for them. All you have to do for any of our live shows is go to fanstreamsports.com. Scroll down about halfway, and you'll see a YouTube link there. And embedded there is our YouTube videos. So all you got to do, you just got to click on it to start the show. Or you join halfway, whether you go and you wait for it to start, whatever. Just click on the YouTube thing right there, and boom, there's all of our live shows. JP in the mornings, Bottom Line on Tuesdays, us on Monday, Wednesdays, golf on Wednesdays. Anything else we come up with that's going to be live is going to be on the homepage of fanstreamsports.com, and also on fanstreamsports.com. Up at the top is a link that says FanStream Sports 24/7 live stream. When we are not live, that is a loop of all our current shows. However, when we have a live show, Colby, live audio, right now we are live on our stream. Other than the video, it's just like a internet radio station.
Right.
So if you're driving around in your car at 7 o'clock on Mondays and Wednesdays, oh man, I can't really watch the guys. Dude, hook up your Bluetooth, go to fanstreamsports.com on your phone, hit that link at the top that says live stream, and you're going to get to hear us live, real time in your car.
Woo! So we can be with you whenever you need us to be with you, basically.
Just
download us and stream us, and man, you know what? We're just about to let you do anything with the audio and video you want as long as you're viewing it. We're good with that. We are good with that. Now, Tim, I want to hip you to some things going on in the world of gaming real quick.
Can we give a shout out to Ron real quick?
We can give a shout out.
Our buddy Ron Gallagher.
Yes, we can.
From the Colony, Colby.
What up, Ron?
He's a long time Drunk Sports Podcast, Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show fan. So we want to give him a good shout out. He's on board with us here today.
Man, it's perfect to have Ron aboard. And that kind of threw me for a second, and I'm back.
Welcome back to the show, Colby.
I took a detour.
I found you.
Found me. Dude, are you aware of what's going on right now in the gaming world, mainly the Call of Duty world?
Have not heard one. I didn't know Call of Duty was still a thing, actually.
It is still a thing, and it's a major thing, and it's a major money grab for one company called Activision, who...
Whoa, wait a minute. Activision?
Is still a thing.
Is behind Call of Duty?
Yes.
So, you know how I know Activision?
Probably, but...
From my Atari 2600 back in the day, that was the first game company that made cartridges for the Atari 2600 that wasn't made by Atari.
That they're still around.
And they had the best games.
You know what? They're doing all right. They can't seem to get Call of Duty right because they'll fix some things and they'll break the others, but that's neither here nor there. What has happened? So you have a couple of streamers. One, Tim the Tat Man, and other Nick Merckx, or Timmy Tenders, or whatever you want to call Tim the Tat Man, or the short muscled guy. That's Nick Merckx.
Sounds like me.
So they've been streaming for a while, and they have used different games to kind of gain popularity in the Twitch world and YouTube world. And they've moved up to where now they're making all kinds of money doing this. This is the only thing they do. Think of like Ninja and his popularity back, they're right on par, right? They have now gamers that have reached the point that last month you could spend about $20 extra after you've bought the game and all this other stuff. You could spend about $20 extra and you could play Call of Duty as Nick Merckx or as Tim the Tat Man.
Oh, wow.
They put them in the game. In the game. Can you imagine being your life, and then you get the option of, it's not a created character. You didn't create it. The game created it. And it's there. And you're there.
Wow.
Just the I don't know, Mount Rushmore moment for a gamer. It's like, wow, that's amazing. I have done this and gained enough followers that now I am EA Sports. I am in the game.
You're in the game.
So I think it was last week, because Nick Merckx and Tim the Tat Man, of course, on social media, they're pretty involved because that's part of their persona. Nick Merckx put out there, because somebody asked him about what was currently going on with the LG, the letters.
That we can't remember them.
They have a lot of letters. I appreciate all lifestyles. Don't get me started. But one of the things said something about teaching this to elementary kids about the differences and such like that. And all Nick Merckx put on the post was, I don't care about anything else or whatever. Just leave the kids alone.
Yeah.
He put that in there. The everybody that was on one side of the ledger got really upset at it.
Of course.
And to the point that Activision got involved and said, well, because of this heinous comment, they removed his character bundle from the shop.
For that.
There's been other people that have gotten onto the game, like Snoop Dogg was a playable character in the game. Kevin Durant is currently a playable character.
Terrible idea.
In the game. And so,
can he hit a jump shot in the game?
I mean, actually, that's how he kills you.
That's how he kills me in real life, watching him play.
He like tosses you down on the ground and then does a fadeaway grenade toss at you. I SU not. That's exactly what happens. I've been killed by that a couple of times, and it irks me every single time.
So stupid.
So at any rate, they removed Nick Merckx's bundle. And at first, Tim the Tat Man was like, man, that sucks, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. But people, of course, didn't think his stance was strong enough. So he came back the next day and was like, look, my buddy Nick Merckx, if y'all are going to remove his bundle, then just remove mine. And so now that's caused a big stir. It's also caused a big stir outside of Activision.
Oh, Lord.
As in, first of all, every one of Activision's tweets that they do, like they've got a new season coming out for Call of Duty where you've got to download and pay more money and stuff like that. They've got a new season coming out, and their Twitter account, every time they announce it, is getting ratioed. Do you know what that means?
I do not.
Okay, so ratio means when the likes that are on it are less than the comments. So,
oh wow.
So that's every one of them is getting like that, to where it has, thousands of likes or whatever, but then multi-thousands of comments. So that's kind of the combat system of keyboard warriors right now, is ratioing their tweets.
Wow.
And this is happening to the point to where there's been a massive uninstalling of the game, the lifeblood of Call of Duty as a game.
Over all of this.
And I said the other night that I stand with Nick Merckx because I read his tweet over and over, and all it says is just leave the kids alone.
Yeah.
He's just had a kid. So of course that's where his emotions are going to be at. Right. And I didn't see anything truly hateful in it at all. So the fact that this causes it kind of makes me scratch my head that what are we doing?
Overreacting, Colby.
We are overreacting. I mean, I could understand if he was like, no, we need to keep the consensuses and this is what it is. And we have no room to move out of our narrow little whatever. He didn't say that.
He
was
wasn't
just
even
like,
really taking a stance.
no, he's just like, hey, just leave the kids alone. Let them figure it out for themselves, basically. And he didn't even say that. So at any rate, I wanted to kind of put that out there for those that do not know what's happening in the world of Call of Duty. That is what's happening. Now, as me, myself, I haven't uninstalled the game because that's how I hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And
your social life would be non-existent without the game, right?
Right. Because I mean, I don't go anywhere. I go to work and I come to here.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my whole extent of what I do. So, I mean, we may have to find a new game, but I mean, I spent so much damn time building up weapons on that damn thing. Sorry if you're not a gamer for this opening segment, but
it's not just for gamers.
It's not. It's something to where people are trying to cancel some guy over a small thing, and then you see a company just jump the gun.
Yeah.
Because if they had just not said anything and just kind of let it go, then people would have still been mad at Nick Merckx, but nobody would have the other side wouldn't have attacked at all.
Yep.
And they would have been fine. But
interesting,
because of an overreaction to it, now you're put into the same companies because, I mean, I know we made fun of, hey, if you want to, drink Bud Light, drink Bud Light. Don't care what's going on. If that's your drink, drink it. I mean, that's kind of my stance all the time.
You do you.
You be
boo.
you. I mean,
you do you, boo.
I still don't know if I'm going to use that particular slogan.
Oh,
but
need a shirt that says that.
I think we need to go back to just not caring and let everybody just do what they're going to do.
Wasn't the world a better place when you didn't care what other people did?
No, it was.
And it didn't affect you?
It was such a better place when the biggest thing that we did as a community just basically was put the middle finger to everything equally.
Yeah.
I
hate everything.
Didn't care.
Or I love everything, whatever it is.
Equally. It's just F all y'all, right? But all of y'all. Equally. Now it's like we got to care and we got to act like we really feel some things that we don't feel, or maybe the situation hasn't touched our life, but yet we've got to find a stance on this. And we don't need to. We don't have to have a stance. You can, if you believe in something and you want to stand there beside it or in front of it or behind it or whatever, then go do it. But don't get mad at the people that walk by and go, that's cool, man. I'm going to go over here. Don't get mad at them because they don't believe, they don't need to stand in your particular or stand behind you. Just, it's irritating. The whole world is irritating with this crap. So
terrible.
I'm still waiting on to kind of pull up the Call of Duty store page and to see them back up.
Yeah.
Because in all actuality, I was kind of interested in the Tim the Tatman bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Not for to play as Tim the Tatman, even though
is he tattooed? Is that why he's the Tatman?
It's his name from when he was in school, when he was in college. That one professor called him that, and his nickname just stuck because he had tattoos.
I can kind of relate to that.
So
IndyCarTim's like 20 years old now, or 30 years old now.
Right. So that's how he got it. But I mean, highly entertaining streamer, along with Nick Merckx and those guys that are involved. So, but yeah, I was interested in his bundle, not because of him, even though when he killed you, he turned you into donuts and waffles.
By the way, Shippy, I'm going to need you to mark where Colby just said, I'm interested in his bundle.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull that. Edit it so it sounds better.
At least I didn't say pouch.
Well, now we can use that and edit it into all of it. You're going to call it his bundle pouch.
But he also has the guns that he uses. Bundle pouch, stop. He also has the guns that he uses that are available with it. And I like his setup. So I was like, funny. You know what? I was gonna get that, but now I can't get it.
Nope.
Because of
Bud Light
people.
Because of woke. Is that what woke is when people say they're woke?
Yes.
These are people who complain about everything.
Well, I mean, they're aware of how far,
that's what
the rabbit hole goes.
Oh,
they're woke.
Gotcha.
Which I don't know if I'm probably not woke, even though I think I'm aware of things.
I'm barely awake half the time,
Yeah.
much less woke.
So there you go. There's our quick thoughts on the whole Nick Merckx and Timmy the Tatman.
Do you think we're ever going to be in a video game?
I doubt it.
I can't
Because we're really not launching this as we're gamers, right? Even though at some point I'll probably be on some gaming platform, shooting videos, because that'll probably happen because we'll get so big that I'll need to do something in my off time.
When I get my PS5, I'm going to join all these gaming things, and I'm going to join you online to play games.
And
we'll invite listeners.
It's going to be, and you know what? With the first check, I will buy a PS5.
Sweet.
So there it is. So hey, Tim.
Hey, Colby, what's up?
I'm supposed to ask you what day is it?
Thank you for asking, Colby. Today is Wednesday, June 14th. Not Juneteenth, as I figured out on Monday.
No, that's Monday. That's coming up.
But it's next Monday because it's June 19th.
My wife has the day off from the bank, by the way.
Yeah, dude, that's like a national holiday now.
Except for me, I don't have the day.
Well, you don't have national holidays
No.
here. Today is Flag Day.
Nice.
Celebrate the flag. Will we ever go from 50 to 51 stars? Probably not. I think we're set at 50. We got some territories that, Puerto Rico could be a state.
Could be.
But I haven't really read. I know there's all these political reasons why they won't, but I don't really understand them. But it is World Blood Donor Day.
Man, I was glad you said donor because it's like World Blood Day. It's like what? Tomorrow is the World Crypt Day?
World Crypt Day. It is, Colby, one of my favorite days. This might be my second favorite day of the year after the last Sunday in May. Not because of Memorial Day. Clearly that's when they run the Indy 500, the last Sunday every May.
Right.
Which is a national holiday for me and a religious holiday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Colby, today is National Bourbon Day.
Yes. I probably should have had some bourbon today.
We should have, man. If I'd have known this ahead of time, we'd have brought some bourbon to the studio. Dang it. It's National Army Day. Join the celebration of the U.S. Army birthday as we remember its creation in 1775. Well, I don't remember that.
No.
Who was old enough to remember that?
Nobody. You would be really old right now.
It is Falkland Islands Liberation Day.
Falkland.
Do you remember? You're probably too young. That was funny, by the way, underrated. Do you remember? You probably don't remember the Falkland Islands military conflict, do you? From the 80s.
No.
So there was this whole thing, the Falkland Islands, like when they were liberated. It was like it was supposed to be the way they described it on the news, because everything's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
We're about to have another Vietnam story at 10 on Channel 8. I'm Dale Hansen.
Why did Dale Hansen just sound like that?
I don't know. That's the first thing. Oh, sorry. I'm Tracy Rowlett. Or I could have gone with, I'm Iola Johnson. Remember all those idiots. I'm John Criswell.
Okay.
I'm Troy Duncan with the weather.
Why did Troy get a different voice?
I like Troy Duncan.
Okay.
His bow ties. We're getting off base here.
You think a bow tie can't have the I'm the movie voice? All of a sudden they slap on a bow tie in the middle of it. They're like, hi, I'm here to give you the news.
In a world where bow ties don't exist.
We're stupid.
Well, that's good, Colby, because you know why?
Why?
Today is also National Monkey Around Day.
Okay.
So we're just celebrating.
Uh-huh.
Something you are unfamiliar with, but I am all too familiar with.
Uh-oh.
It is International Bath Day.
Oh, no, yeah.
I do enjoy me a good, hot, steamy bubble bath.
Adult men shouldn't take baths.
Oh, especially when I'm sick. Oh, I just love soaking.
Just shouldn't.
I just need to soak.
You just shouldn't get into a tub of water in your own funk and rub it all over yourself.
Turn on some bubbles and some.
You don't have to
some music and some candles.
You don't have to say it with that particular voice.
It's the candles. It's the Celine Dion, the Lionel Richie. I've got a whole playlist, Colby, that I go through. Kenny Rogers.
Did you just put Kenny Rogers?
Burt Bacharach.
Oh.
Who's the guy from the 80s with the Michael Bolton? A couple of Michael Bolton songs on that playlist.
Including Steel Bars.
How am I live without you.
The worst Michael Bolton impersonation.
That was pretty good on my end.
I mean, maybe sounded good in your head and probably sounds okay in the bath.
Colby, it is also National Pop Goes the Weasel Day.
Just the old school or
this day celebrates the nursery rhyme that we all have been singing since we were kids.
Or the 90s rap group Pop Goes the Weasel.
Never heard of it.
Well, you should have. I think it was Third Base that made the song Pop Goes the Weasel back in the day. Pop goes the weasel because the weasel goes pop.
I don't think that's how the nursery rhyme goes.
No.
Did they have to pay royalties?
I'm not sure.
To whoever wrote Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yeah, they had to pay royalties to Burt Bacharach.
Burt Bacharach.
Because of Pop Goes the Weasel.
Everyone should pay royalties to Burt Bacharach. And then finally, Colby, National Strawberry Shortcake Day. I have to ask you.
Yes.
Do you eat strawberries?
Yes.
Do you do anything to them before you eat them?
They usually go into, because I use them for my when I'm making protein ice cream. I'll put them in there.
Okay, so you know the two dingy blonde broads that I hang out with?
Yes.
Dingy blonde broad number 1 saw this thing on TikTok where she decided to soak some strawberries in water to see if the worms come out.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of this?
I have.
So she soaked. Oh gosh, she's texting me right now. I'm probably in trouble. Oh, yep, I'm in trouble.
Yep.
Dingy blonde broad number 1 put some strawberries in water. There were no worms, but these little white things, like within 5 minutes, these little white things started coming out of some of them.
Right.
So I looked up, and I shouldn't have. What are the white things that come out of strawberries? They're fly larvae, Colby.
Yep.
I never ate strawberries before, but I sure as hell ain't eating strawberries now. Because apparently since 2008, they're in almost every strawberry you eat.
Yeah.
And I mean, it says it doesn't hurt you, clearly, because there's still people alive that eat strawberries.
Right.
I'm never putting a strawberry in my mouth. I mean, I haven't for a long time anyway.
Just add a little protein to it. You're fine.
But there were no worms that came out of it. Thank God.
No, I don't. I have no problem with fresh strawberries. On the occasion, the chocolate covered strawberries really good. They're not the end all be all fruit, but like I said, if I'm making protein ice cream, which actually doesn't have any cream in it whatsoever.
Weird.
Yeah, it's got ice, it's got fruit, it's got protein powder, and then the strawberries, and then the stuff that's, I forgot what it's just a thickener.
Yeah.
And you just put in your blender. And it's under 200 calories for this much of it.
And it's pretty filling probably.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Huh. All right.
You put some cereal or something in it, like some
Raisin Bran Crunch.
like some, the Reese's cereal.
Yeah.
Now you got a chocolate peanut butter ice cream.
Count Chocula.
Damn right.
All right. Very nice. Well, that's what day it is. We're going to continue on now.
We are. And I was about to say, before I was rudely interrupted by Jim. Damn it. This is that segment where I go through all the people that were born today, and I make a list out of the people that are famous enough to make my list, and I offer them to you along with Tim and myself, and we'd find out who is the good person out of this group, who is the bad person out of this group, who's the ugly one. That's the reason why the segment is called The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and that's the reason for this music. Starting off today, passed away in 2016, but she could coach some stuff up real good. That'd be one Pat Summitt.
Maybe the best ladies basketball coach ever.
Yeah, I would put yes. I know there's other people that may want to put somebody else, but if you ask me, it's Pat Summitt.
Yep, I agree.
Turning 23 years old today, and good God, did I wish this guy played for your Texas Rangers. By the way, 0-0 right now on the Bally's with the Rangers there. Bobby Witt Jr.
Wow. He's a good.
He is a good.
I mean, we had his dad.
We did have it. You know what? That's a lot. Was my favorite pitcher back in the day.
It was pretty cool, wasn't he?
And he actually, when I was 16 years old and I was working at Kroger's 521 there on off of Central and Harwood. I was a cashier, and through my checkout line, I looked up and there was Bobby Witt.
Wow.
I was astonished to the point to where I just said, "Yeah, thank you, Mr. Witt." Just kind of wait.
He'll be froze.
That was my first of my sports freezings, our lockups. The other one, of course, was Michael Young. When I opened the elevator, opened over at 105.3 The Fan, and there stood Michael Young, and I was like,
You know what would have been fun if you go, "Hey, Juan Gonzalez."
It could have been anybody else, and I'd have been fine. I was not expecting that.
That's crazy.
And so, anyway, I think I got out something along the lines of, "Thank you, Captain."
For what?
Don't know.
Just thank you.
Just thank you. Sam Perkins turned 62 years old today.
62?
Yes.
Colby had some run-ins with Sam Perkins back in the day.
Smooth.
Yes. Dude, man, the longest arms I've ever seen on a human being. He was only like 6'8", 6'9", but he had the wingspan of like a 7'4" guy.
Right.
Because they were just so long.
Mark.
Please.
Turning 52 years old today. Speaking of bow ties. And also speaking of annoying. Bruce Bowen.
God, I hate Bruce Bowen.
Yes, as a Spur and as him trying to injure Dirk and people. Yeah. I really disliked Bruce Bowen.
Gross. He's my age. Damn.
He's sports hate was high for Bruce Bowen.
Still is.
So, and not as much now when he tried to do his, analysis and all that stuff. It wasn't that bad, but yeah, back in the day, there was some definite sports.
Once a Spur, always a Spur.
Turning 69 years old today, and my second favorite dude to hear read a book, Will Patton.
I am unfamiliar with Will Patton.
You can look him up; you'll recognize his face. He's one of those B actors in TV series and such like that you've probably seen him a few times. I think the last thing I saw him in was Falling Skies or something like that.
All right.
So, but you definitely
recognize him.
Him reading books.
Really?
It's good. It's real good. So, turning 55 years old today, and you probably need to look up and see what she looks like now. One Yasmin Bleeth.
Yasmin Bleeth was kind of hot when she was on that show Nash Bridges.
Yes.
Remember that with Don Johnson?
Does Don Johnson remember that? That's the question.
He's on a show now.
I mean,
Yasmin Bleeth. Now and forever. Colby.
Please do not tell me we're replacing a picture that's being used a lot. Is Brooke Shields now get a new get some reprieve? Is that what I'm saying?
Hang on, Colby. I have to show you this picture.
Can we put it on?
I am.
Okay. But
it takes me a second.
I mean, for the love of God, show people this? Oh my God, it's made him do this much.
If you have never, or if you have ever thought Yasmin Bleeth was cute, turn away from your screen right now.
Oh God, I don't know if I want to see it.
So you know how you always ask me, okay, look up the worst possible picture of this person?
I didn't ask. I just said now.
This is the worst possible picture of any person at any time ever.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Poor Yasmin Believe.
Is that straight out of jail?
I mean,
What?
which one's worse? That one's worse, right?
That one's worse.
Oh my God, Yasmin.
Okay, find a different, like with her actually
Like a cute one.
made up now. Because
Okay, right, okay, got one.
okay,
I forgot she was in Babe Watch.
she wasn't Baywatch.
Forgot about that. How do I only know her from Nash Bridges?
That's your brain, not mine.
I only remember Nicole Eggert. And of course, you don't hassle the Hoff.
And Pamela Anderson and
I
Carmen
forgot she was in
Electra.
it. I don't know. Carmen Electra was in Babe,
Yeah, she was
Babe
in
Watch. Here you go, Colby.
See, not bad.
I mean, I might, but after seeing that other picture.
Well, the other picture looked like after being in jail for
Her
3
life.
weeks.
I mean, but that's not bad, right?
No,
That's a lot of makeup, though, to go from that to that.
it's really not. It's just look. The other picture, the bags under the eyes, the hair's not done. I mean,
Ugh.
that's no makeup. There might be a rat coming out of her hair right now.
Or a Cheeto lost there somewhere.
Yeah, something. You know, the
Ugh.
pandemic did things to people.
Apparently it killed her, and that's her.
RJ Barrett is 23 years old, by the way.
RJ Barrett.
Yes.
Only 23.
Yep. Passed away in 1967, and a guy that, well, some people always use him as their T-shirt for activism. One Che Guevara.
For Activision.
No, activism.
So confused. What's his name?
Che
Che
Guevara.
Guevara.
Guevara. You've seen the silhouette of his picture.
All right, let's go see. Che Guevara. Che.
Uh-huh.
Oops, that's the wrong one. Could be a keyboard in there. Che.
If you haven't, then you've never been to, I don't know, anywhere.
Oh, yeah, the Cuban dude. Okay.
Yes.
All right, I got you. I thought his name was Shay.
It could be Shay.
It's probably not. I'm stupid.
It could be. It just starts with a C, and I never asked anybody.
I mean, why would you?
So, I mean, if I'm wrong, then somebody shoot me a text or a comment and tell me I'm wrong. It could be Shay. And you know what? I think I've heard Hagelin say Shay. So,
What does he know? He didn't like Dr. Pepper.
yeah, but it's politics. And
He knows a lot about
he
politics.
knows a lot about politics. Tyrone Magnus turns 46 and one of my favorite YouTubers. So, you don't need to worry about that. Boy George turned 62 years old today.
That's it.
Yep.
Boy, George.
And
Did you ever get into what's the name of their band? I'm drawing a blank now. Crap. Culture Club.
yes. I
I can imagine you being a Culture Club fan.
No, I mean, it was around the time to where every song that was popular, you were like, okay,
Yeah, because they all kind of sounded the same back then.
right. I mean, I wasn't like out, but I wasn't.
Does he still dress like with makeup and
Yes.
does he?
Yeah.
She?
Not, I mean, he's Boy George, so I think he's totally into.
Okay.
I think his pronoun is
His boy?
dude or him.
All
Or, I could be wrong.
Huh.
Donald Trump turned 77.
I was waiting for it.
And that is your list of good, bad, and the ugly.
Did you miss anybody?
Did I?
I feel like I have to go look and see if you missed somebody.
Well, go look and see if I missed anybody.
I mean, I only have one source I go to, and it's different than yours.
And it is Shea Guevara, by the way.
Okay.
I totally screwed that up.
It's Lucy Hell's birthday.
Who?
I don't know. She's cute though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know who she is. And then Danish heavy metal singer King Diamond.
Really kind of out on. No, people are going to be irritated with me, but I was always kind of out on King Diamond.
He has a vocal range that many others can only dream of, apparently.
There's a lot of people out there into. I just.
I've never heard of him. It's just on my list. All right, I accept your list, Colby. We don't need to make any additions.
Cool.
I will say though, this one's easy for me.
Is it?
This one's super easy.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here,
Uh-oh.
Colby.
Uh-oh.
Let me preface this by stating what I'm about to say is not based on anything political. It is not based on anything current. It is not based on anything meant to degrade or otherwise infer I don't approve of the other political party. This goes back to my middle school days when every single paper I ever had to write was about Donald Trump and his dad because of their real estate stuff,
Right.
their business acumen. Literally, I studied Donald Trump almost as much as I studied John F. Kennedy in middle school and high school.
Go.
Keep in mind, I was in high school before the 80s ended, so that will tell a lot of people probably never heard of Donald Trump before then. So, yes, Donald Trump is my good, Colby. And I apologize to anyone out there who doesn't like that. My bad, Bruce Bowen.
It's easy.
Super easy. And Colby, based on everything that we learned in the last 7 minutes,
Oh, dear.
my ugly,
Oh, man.
it's Yasmin Bleeth.
Go.
That was easy.
You let one photo out of you escaping prison, and there it is. My good is Pat Summitt.
Wow.
Got to go Pat
Yep.
Summitt. Have to.
Yep.
My bad. Yeah, you know, I'm right there with you. Bruce Bowen.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, sports hate, dude. Just sports hate. And my ugly, I can't do that to Yasmin. I really can't. I really can't. But damn, girl. You went outside like that. I mean, you went outside like that and got your photo taken and got put on the internet. It's Yasmin Bleeth.
Wow, you just got on to me for doing that.
Yeah, but you know, I had a lot more.
So you're telling me that we had a list that included Sam Perkins and Bobby Witt Jr., and neither one of us picked them as a good.
Pat Summitt, dude.
Well, I know. I get it. I mean, I would say Donald Trump, dude. But seriously, in a world where we live in Dallas, grew up with 80s Mavericks, and Sam Perkins was a stud.
Right.
And we both have baseball love for Bobby Witt Jr.
Yes.
Neither one of us picked either one of those guys for our good. That's how competitive of a list it was this today.
I mean, damn. Look at us go.
Damn, Gina. Very good, Colby. It's time for our 7:45 sports report. I feel like we need some extra time.
Okay.
Because we haven't really talked about NBA playoffs, NBA championship finals, any of that, because, I mean, there's no Mavericks.
Right.
But I feel like if we use that as a rule or a guideline, we'll probably not talk about NBA playoffs for the next 10 years.
Well, that's dumb of you to say.
I mean, there's not going to be Mavericks.
Uninformed.
How's that uninformed? Are you telling me you think the Mavs are going to be a playoff team next year?
Yes.
All right, well, let's not turn this into a Mavericks segment.
Well,
we need to get some Mavericks people. We need to get Chris Arnold to talk some Mavs.
Got you down.
Maybe we'll get Mark Cuban to talk Mavs.
I mean,
think he'd come on our little show.
We can just get them both on. Let's do it.
Just have them in studio.
Mm-hmm.
They did crown an NBA champion, and it is a first-time NBA champion, Colby.
It is.
The Denver Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets are your NBA champions.
You have a problem with that?
I don't.
I don't either.
They were a number one seed going into it. They look like the team to beat going into the playoffs. And yeah, the only thing that I don't really like is that the owner of the Nuggets is the same owner that owned like the Avalanche and owns the Rams, and he just can't stop winning championships.
Stan Kroenke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate you, Stan Kroenke.
He's got all the money.
He's got all the championships too.
All the women.
Just walking around, just riding his Stanley Cup while holding up his Super Bowl trophy, and then also holding up his NBA Finals and just wearing his NBA Finals trophy as a hat.
Yeah, and by the way, his Avalanche, we'll get into this in a second, his Avalanche are already favored to win the Stanley Cup next year.
Wow.
The only issue I had with the Nuggets, I don't love the Nuggets, but I love most Colorado teams because I'm going to retire there one day.
Okay, because of weed?
No, you ask me that every time. I've thought this before weed was legal there. I love the mountains. And that beer company always tells me to head for the mountains.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do when I'm able to. But I do not like the fact at all, regardless of his Aggiedom, that DeAndre Jordan now has a ring. Nobody even knows he was on the team.
But he's got a ring.
Because he never plays because he's always hurt and he's 80 years old now.
I'm okay with him getting. Why are you just because of the old Mavs debacle thing and all that?
Yes.
I mean, he ended up being a Maverick.
I know, but he shouldn't have at that point.
Well, I'm not hating on DeAndre Jordan because I mean, it wasn't just him.
I know.
It was things that went on, and I enjoy his style of basketball when he is playing.
Yeah, when he used to play. When it's
just a vicious attack of the rim every single time, and he doesn't care about it. It's like, oh, I'm at the 3-point line. Well, I'm going to jump.
Right.
Let's slam this ball through that person in the front row.
That's all he ever did.
Mm-hmm.
You have, I don't even know how to say his name.
Nikolai Jokic.
Is it Jokic?
Jokic.
Or is it Y? Like it's not Jokic, right?
It's Jokic.
Even though apparently they call him the Joker, but they should be calling him the Yoker.
Well, I mean, nicknames are fun like that.
The best player in the NBA?
Right now, yeah.
Okay. That was kind of a question. I don't really know.
I mean, his game has always been that when you watch him play, there's really not like an attribute of his game that you look at and go, well, that part isn't great. But all of it's good across the board. He can score the ball at will. He's a pretty good passer. He's pretty good defensively. He's a little slow, but he makes it up with dad basketball.
Yeah.
So
and you know why? He plays center.
Right.
Nobody plays center anymore in the NBA. You don't even have that position hardly anymore. I mean, in the traditional sense that you and I are used to, growing up.
So he's got the heart of that team, and pretty much any team he would be on,
right? He
would be the star.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's the best. And I didn't watch a ton of NBA this year, but I feel like he's the best player in the league. I mean, a lot of people before the whole Ja Morant thing were yelling about him being the best player in the league, but he may not play again for a while.
Well,
with what he's going through.
No, he's having a tough time. If I was ranking it right now, it would probably be Jokic, and then
please don't say Luka.
It's going to be around. Well, it's Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and that's kind of how you're looking at the top players in the league.
Really?
Yes.
You think Luka's a top 3?
Yes.
Okay. I would be hard pressed to put him in top 5. Probably more like outside the top 10.
You'd be hard pressed to name 5.
5 players? Well, I'm looking at the Nuggets roster. I can name 5 Nuggets right now.
I mean, only one of those players, and it's the Joker that needs to be put into the grouping. The other guys are good, but I mean, people are equating the Nuggets winning the championship to the Dirk run with the Mavericks. And the only thing that I will say to that, and I believe I saw this on a Facebook post, and they already put the answer down. So I was like, well, never mind. I'll let them do it. So if if you feel like I'm stealing your quote, I had the same thought. You just already put it down. I don't remember your name.
But thank you.
But I appreciate it. They put down that Dirk went through these teams that they went through because they're like saying that, and they went through the Lakers and such like that. And then they beat the Heat and all that. The Mavericks weren't supposed to beat the Lakers. The Mavericks went up against, Oklahoma and ran through really tough teams to get to there and then beat the Heat with LeBron James and all that. This Heat team wasn't supposed to win this. It wasn't a shock. Right. That being said, being led by a European player and all of that, not really having, a good supporting cast, or that's what they're trying to say, even though I think he has a good supporting cast with him.
Right.
I still say Dirk's achievement was better, and that's not just hindsight or Dallas talk, but I do, totally applaud the achievement that he had, because it was at one point where people were like, I wonder if he can carry a team to a championship. And he did.
Man, kind of almost by himself, right?
Yeah. I mean,
almost like it was very Dirk-esque.
It was. Now, if you were to give Dirk the same, same helping that Joker had, I think there's a little bit more no contest going on, because some of the guys in there they're still all-stars. I mean, even though they didn't
for the Nuggets?
Yeah, they didn't make the all-star, but I felt like they were all-stars.
So you think the Nuggets team, Jokic's Nuggets team, was better than Dirk's Mavericks team in 2011?
Okay. In comparison. Now, I know people are going to get upset. Well, what about Jason? Jason Terry was awesome. Okay. And all of that around him, I love that team to death. And they formed together real good, but they weren't the best team in the West that year. They ended up being the best team in the NBA, but the Nuggets together as a team were the best team.
So you had the Nuggets beating the Heat.
Yep. The Butler didn't do it.
Yes. That's before I get into this. That was my next question. Where is Jimmy Butler in your rankings of the best players in the league, right? Like right now?
He's going to be in the, top 5, top 7 mentioned, probably.
But behind Luka.
Yes.
Okay. So I have to ask, I need you to explain your love for Luka. I need to know why you think he's ranked so high for you.
I don't think it's just for me.
Okay. So you think everyone or most people then that are NBA fans
will rank Luka really high? Yes.
Or media will put him in the top 5?
Yes.
Okay. Then we're reading different things and looking at different shows.
If you had everybody make out their top 5, or hell, you want to stretch it to top 10, and they didn't have Luka on their list, I probably would suggest that person has some kind of hate for Luka in his heart and doesn't like something that he does, which I can understand, but he's not looking at it, the right way. With still his age and what he can do on a basketball court, and there being only a few like minor bumps in his game, like defensively, okay, I get it. He's not the glove.
Right.
He's not going to lock you down.
Right.
But everything else in his game is really, really, really good. Maybe you don't like the speed of in which he plays. Maybe because he slows the game down and makes everybody run at his speed.
Right.
You don't like the way that makes the game look. Okay. Well, I don't know what to explain to you.
So here's my my thought process on this. Individual talent, Luka's a top 3 player.
Okay.
But his inability to be part of a team, I think takes him definitely out of the top 5 if you're just saying best NBA players, because I think that has to be part of it. I think if you're considered one of the best NBA players, you have individual talent. You also have team talent. And I think you make the players around you better. I don't think Luka does that. And we've talked about it numerous times.
We have.
And you and I still differ on it.
Yep.
I don't think he makes anyone around him better. I think he makes them worse. And then you mentioned his defensive deficiencies. Watching him play basketball drives me crazy.
I don't know. I can't, like change your mind on this because you're pretty hell bent on this little part of it. Luka is probably the best talent wise that I've ever seen don a Dallas Mavericks uniform.
Okay.
And yeah, that counts Dirk in there too. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
I'm not disputing that.
And you're talking about not making his teammates better. Sometimes you can't put enough lipstick on that pig, man.
Oh, wow. Now you're incriminating the entire rest of the team for sucking.
I mean, hit a shot. When he kicks it to you, hit a shot.
But he kicks it to you with no time left on the shot clock when you're not expecting the pass.
You should be. You're playing with him.
Because his game is so unpredictable, even for his teammates.
You should be expecting okay. All right. I'm not going to get too far into this, but to say that he doesn't help out or whatever his teammates while he's on the court. It's funny, though, that if he's not on the court and these guys go out there, they're not going on a stretch. They're not going on a win streak. He's not holding them back. He's not slowing them up. If Luka's like out for an extended period of time, your team's not winning.
No, I get that. I agree with that 100%.
But when he's on the court, you're winning.
I mean, they didn't last year.
When he wasn't on the court?
When he was on the court.
Oh, wait. No, they were until he was out for a little bit.
I just wish he was a better team player.
I don't understand where this is coming from. I don't.
Because I don't think he is. I don't think he's a good team player. And I think that's part of the problem with the Mavericks right now. And the other part of the problem, now that we're getting into a Mavericks segment, is their coach. Jason Kidd doesn't know how to coach Luka. Hell, he might not know how to coach anybody on that team.
He did some pretty awful things as a coach.
And if they miss the playoffs again next year,
well, he's gone.
He's gone.
Like I said with your Dallas Stars head coach, that it looked like for a while in that first season that Kidd couldn't push a wrong button.
Right.
Everything he pushed was right. Every decision he made was right. This last season, no, there was a lot of wrong buttons pushed. And you get into like with the board, you got into the playoffs and then all of a sudden all the wrong buttons were pushed. Now, eventually we found out the reason why is because nobody could stop the golden shower nights. But that's still, there was some wrong buttons pushed. And I started out the season with nothing but praise for Jason Kidd. Midway through, I was like, meh, all right. This doesn't look good, man. And then wrong button pushed after wrong button pushed. I was like, all right, we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to go back and find out what we were doing the season before.
Right.
And try and duplicate that, because we put a change up and we made New Coke out of Coke Classic, and we need to go back to Coke Classic real quick.
So bad.
Real quick. So there you go.
So before we move on and get into our break, let's talk a little NHL. But I want to ask you, Colby, how would you like to be a Miami area sports fan right now? Monday night, your team loses the NBA Finals.
Uh-huh.
Then you're like, that's all right. We got the Panthers tomorrow night. Last night, your Panthers lose the NHL Finals. 2 consecutive nights, your teams lost in the finals and lost the series.
You know what?
It's a bad day to be a Miami fan.
It kind of is, but that's what they deserve.
I agree.
That's what they deserve. because
agree.
they went on a string of winning championships. Every
F
time they
them.
turned around, they were winning another championship. Well, now it's like, well, you know what? Because if it was us, we'd be happy we were in both championships. It'd be sad times, but later on, be like, remember when we were in both the Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals? That was kick-ass. Did it turn out right? No. But if they got a little heartbreak now, well, there you go. Because
Good for them.
You went through a string of like, we don't do nothing but win over here. Well, you know what? You lost. And everybody got to see it. So go jump in the ocean. Rub some salt in the wound.
Colby, if I was to ask you where you think the Dallas Stars rank
On next year?
for odds to win the 2024 Stanley Cup. Now, you don't need to give me the odds, clearly, because, I mean,
Right.
we can't guess that. But as far as ranking number, where would they be as far as down the line in number of teams?
Give me fourth.
Oh, you're going to be disappointed.
Uh-oh.
Colby, your Dallas Stars at plus 1,600 are ninth in the NHL to win the Stanley Cup.
That's a little low.
Ahead of them, going in reverse order, the New York Rangers.
Oh, get the F out.
The Vegas Golden Showers.
Really? That low? Okay.
Yeah, right. As the defending champs, I kind of agreed. I thought the same thing. The New Jersey Devils, the Carolina Hurricanes,
Get out.
the Toronto Maple Leafs.
No, Canada's not going to win the cup, so just go away.
You know what? A Canadian just won the PGA Tour RBC Canadian Open for the first time in 70 years.
You know, it's still
So anything can happen.
Still not going to happen.
The Boston Bruins,
Okay, yeah.
the Edmonton Oilers, and I said it earlier, the number one at plus 800 to win the Stanley Cup, the Colorado, don't call us Quebec Nordiques Avalanche.
There's a few teams out that I would put the Stars ahead of, but
So the Stars are tied with the Tampa Bay Lightning at plus 1,600.
I would have the list if I was making mine. I would have the Avalanche up there because of them having some items kind of come back into the fold for them.
Right.
But it's like your defending champs right now have to be one or two. And then the only team that looked like they could have held their own with the Knights this postseason was the Stars, because you had 2 overtime games, and you look like those could have gone either way, and that series could have gone either way. So I'd put the Stars up there. Everybody else, question marks.
Your bottom of the rung teams.
Bottom.
Good luck with your bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The Anaheim Ducks at plus 25,000, tied with my favorite NHL team of all time, also at plus 25,000. The Montreal Canadiens. Down there with maybe my most hated team in the league at plus 15,000, the San Jose Sharks.
It's not the Detroit Red Wings.
They're right up there. Your Red Wings, by the way, plus 6,600.
Not my Red Wings, sir.
No, I hate the Sharks more than I hate the Red Wings.
Huh. I just can't hate anybody that's main color is teal.
Oh, that makes me hate them even more. By the way, the Arizona Coyotes, who may not have a home next year. A lot of people are trying to get them to move back, or not back, but move to Hartford to replace the Whalers, who are now the Hurricanes.
Well,
not everybody, but there's this huge movement in Connecticut to move the Coyotes to Hartford and rebrand the Hartford Whalers.
Just bring back that old school jersey, though.
Dude, they had the coolest logo, man.
Just a giant fan.
Got a hat somewhere. The old Hartford Whalers logo. It's greatness, Colby. So there's your your NBA champion Denver Nuggets.
That's right.
And your NHL champion Vegas Golden Showers, by the way, winning their title in only their 6th season of existence.
I hate them so much.
Me too.
So coming up next, we got brackets happening, as this will be our group 4 of 4. And if you missed the other ones, then go back. Tim probably podcasted it or put it up as a video or something. of the most annoying people in sports media, and we get to fight and see who's the most annoying out of this group. Also, the most effed up relationship advice found on Reddit. That should be hilarious. And then news and notes is all coming up. Coming up on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life, man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business, or maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal, or the hat, or the keychain, or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hello, golf friends. It's IndyCar Tim from the Rough. I want to take just a minute here and tell you about our new friends over at Orca Golf. They make high-quality PGA Tour grade golf bags, and they're the best in the business. They're the real deal. They're the best bags I've ever seen. They even designed a bag for the Golden Bear himself, Jack Nicklaus. Head over to orca-golf.com and pick up a great bag from their catalog, or let them customize one just for you. You can use your own custom colors, your own logo, you name it. You work with actual designers, and nothing goes out without the approval of founder Erica Bennett. She's just brilliant. Visit orca-golf.com. That's orca-golf.com, and use our promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. Do it today. Orca Golf, best choice in game.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show right here on FanStream Sports on a Wednesday night, June 14th, coming at you live from the studios here in Dallas, the FanStream Sports studios. We're having fun here tonight. We've got the part 4, as Colby mentioned before the break, of our 64 most annoying people in sports media. This is the final grouping. Then we'll have next week, we will have our group of 4. And then I might have a fun twist to this, Colby.
Uh-oh, you twisting something?
Because we're going to do our finals next week, right? The final 4. So we'll pitch 2 against each other, then 2 against each other, and then the winners of those 2 against each other. And then I'm going to do something. I'm going to put a twist on it at the end. So tune in for that next week, boys and girls.
Tim's going to pinch the tip.
I'm going to adjust the tip.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it, Colby, as I have seeded now 1 through 16 in our final grouping. Previous 3 grouping winners. Doug Gottlieb came out of group 1.
Congratulations, Doug.
Skip Bayless came out of group 2.
F you, Skip.
Woody Page came out of group 3
You old Muppet.
as the 10 seed.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Doug Gottlieb was the 8 seed. Skip, of course, the 1 seed
Right.
in group 2. So we will see our 1 seed, Colby, as we go 1 versus 16. This is going to be a no-brainer. I don't even need the coin. I may not even need the coin this entire round. Colin Cowherd, your 1 seed, versus the 16 seed, Joy Taylor.
What's wrong with Joy Taylor?
I don't know.
It's Colin Cowherd.
Of course it is.
The herd.
Who doesn't like Joy Taylor?
I don't know. And how is she annoying?
Just look at her and she's not annoying. Grief. Oh, we need
Music.
yeah. What's going on here?
Colin Cowherd, by the way, is the most confident
Dude, he is, man.
of nerdy looking MFers that I've ever seen in my entire life.
You ever
He
notice-
is so cocky.
You notice on his TV show, and I realize he does a radio show too. It's simulcast. You know, I think he's on Fox Sports Radio. He always wears the suit shirt, like the button-down dress shirt,
Right.
Oxford, whatever you want to call it. You know, unbuttoned, like he's dressed to go somewhere to his real job after he does the show.
Right.
Like he's got to wear I don't understand.
When you see his face, you're like, oh, he's going to be kind of meek and whatever. And then
Not
he
so
opens
much.
up his mouth and it's like, oh, it's like, no, wait, you can't be that cocky and look that stupid.
That's really dumb.
So sorry if anybody's huge the herd fans.
By the way, have you ever seen his daughter?
I'm not going to sit here and talk about the man's daughter.
She's all over social media.
I've already done thrown him under the bus for being. No, I'm not going to double down on that.
You need to go check out Colin Cowherd's daughter on
No.
social
I
media.
don't think I'm going to do that.
I'm talking to the listeners.
Okay.
And while you're at it, go check out Pat Sajak's daughter on social media. 2 of my 2 favorite follows. The 2 seed.
Hold on. Speaking of Pat Sajak, why hasn't that ever been a euphemism for going to polish the bishop? I'm going to go
Pat my Sajak.
Pat Sajak.
Because you're probably the only one that ever thought of that.
Okay.
Pat Sajak. Colby, the 2 seed, Jason Whitlock, versus the 15 seed, Jason McIntyre.
Wasn't he a member of New Kids on the Block?
That was Joey McIntyre. And don't ask me why I know that.
I can't believe you knew that.
I love New Kids, NKOTB.
I forgot who the other
Donnie
guy
was my favorite.
It was
Jason Whitlock
I don't
or Jason
think
McIntyre.
I like Jason Whitlock.
I hate Jason Whitlock.
Okay,
Is that who we're going?
that's who we're going with.
Jason Whitlock. Colby, your 8 seed,
Uh-huh.
Tony Romo. Football ball.
Really?
Versus the 9 seed. I'm Joe Buck, and you're not.
It's Joe Buck.
So I will concur that Joe Buck is more annoying than Tony Romo, but I will also say I in no way find Joe Buck annoying whatsoever. At all.
You know, the only part that, his play-by-play I like. The only part that I find annoying is when he opens the show and it's like, hello, Joe Buck here, and Troy Aikman will be along in a moment, but I have to have this moment in order to do whatever the hell I think I need to do
By
for a little
myself.
bit by myself. It annoys me every single time. Now I'll bring along Troy. Hey, Troy.
Like literally 10 seconds later.
Yeah. Had to have that moment between you and me, or hey, John, come on into the booth here, John Smoltz.
You know,
Ass.
at least they don't do the weird thing. And as much as I love Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth, and we talked about Chris when he was on the list a couple weeks ago, I love Chris Collinsworth, and I love the goofy thing whenever Al Michaels calls him in. For 20 years, Chris Collinsworth has done this. He rolls in on the chair from outside the camera shot.
Right.
Rolls across the shot and just, boom, bumps into Al's chair, and he's like, hello, Al.
Just classic.
I love that.
Classic chicken head.
We should start doing that.
We should.
We need rolling chairs. We have them, I guess. Colby,
They don't roll real good.
not on the carpet, they don't. It's our shag carpet 70s design we have in here.
Mm-hmm.
Your 7 seed, this is going to be a tough one, man. Adam Schefter
Okay.
versus your 10 seed, who I would have put as a 1 seed, Mike Florio.
I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go Florio.
Me too.
And it's nothing except for sometimes his voice kind of makes my mouth react the same way when you eat strong cheese. Where it's like it's really good cheese, but man, it's got that
Yep.
his voice sometimes makes that.
You know, he's an attorney, or was by trade, and sometimes I just feel watching him on TV, especially when
That he
he's
still is
with Chris Sims, like he's trying to make a point, but he's doing it in a courtroom, not on a podcast.
right. Stop being too smart for me.
Yeah, quit using big words I don't understand.
I mean,
Colby, the 5 seed, Mark May versus the 12 seed, who is completely not ranked too high. He is ranked way too low at 12. Urban Meyer.
you know what? I've got to go Urban Meyer.
I'm right there with you.
Even though I thought it was really cool that he got super high and was talking to people, and oh man,
Right there in front of the camera
yeah,
with the bong.
go put that
Away. Don't do that. Oh, that was greatness. You know, that just got glossed over too. Like nobody
Yeah.
talks about it.
No,
So great. Your 4 seed, Bill Simmons
okay,
versus your 13 seed, Rachel Nichols.
well, it's because I don't find Rachel Nichols annoying. I guess I'll go Bill Simmons
Me too, because I find Rachel Nichols all the attractive
and not annoying.
and not
I
annoying
don't really
at all.
find Bill Simmons annoying, by the way. So
No, just more annoying than her.
Mhm.
Lesser of 2 not annoyings, or more of not 2 more whatever. Number 6 seed.
hey, if you'll do me a favor, by the way, on the comment or somewhere, or text in to the FanStream Sports text line at 214-937-0569. Dissect that sentence that Tim just said.
I can't even do that. I don't remember what I said. Your 6 seed, Michelle Beadle,
Okay.
versus your 11 seed, Chris Broussard.
It's Chris Broussard.
100% it's Chris Broussard.
And why would Michelle Beadle be on this list?
I don't know. I didn't make the list. The Spun ranked all these people.
Okay. Really high for her.
Number 3 seed. I'm trying to remember who this guy is. Dan Dakich?
Don't know him.
Dan Dakich is our 3 seed, who the name sounds familiar. Dan Dakich. American sports commentator.
Mhm.
I know who he is. He's a basketball guy. He's an Indiana guy. He played for Indiana, coached. He was an assistant coach. He was an interim coach for Indiana. No, I hate this guy. I remember him now.
Okay.
After looking at his stupid face. Colby, or probably the guy I might vote for. Number 14 seed, Alexi Lawless.
Oh.
First, I have to tell you a story about how I know who Alexi Lawless is.
Is that Lucy's brother?
Because, do you know who Alexi Lawless is? He's a soccer guy.
I don't.
So back in the late 80s, early 90s, when I first moved out of the house and I was living with my roommate, we didn't have TV, like
Right.
cable or anything. So we had some rabbit ears, and the only channel we could get was channel 23, Univision.
Not bad.
All they played was freaking soccer games. And there was a guy, whoever he played for, with this big red afro that looked like Ronald McDonald with a huge afro. So we would watch it, and we can't understand what they're saying because it's in Spanish. But we would watch this guy because his fro would like move like this.
Right.
It was fun to watch. We called him Fro. Like we turned the TV on, Josh, and, hey man, Fro's on, come watch Fro. We'd watch Fro. Turns out that was Alexi Lawless when he was still played. Alexi Lawless is one of these guys who's pretty outspoken. I was trying to think of an NFL commentator that's similar, but I really can't.
You know what? With you tell all that hype, I don't even know Dan Dakish, but I think I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah, me too. Going Dan Dakich.
Just
I have
because
fond memories of Fro.
I'm down with the Fro. And also, he was so cool at what he did that even though it was the only channel that Tim had at his disposal, still had him watching soccer.
He made me watch soccer, Colby. It's got to be cool. All right, there's your first round complete. Now on to round 2, as we have the 1 seed Colin Cowherd versus your 9 seed Joe Buck.
Colin Cowherd.
1000% yes.
Even though that one thing about that one time.
We have, just because of his daughter,
Fernando Tatis.
Oh, Fernando Tatis. You're a 12 seed.
Huh?
Urban Smoke-a-Bowl Meyer.
Okay.
I mean, that's his nickname, right?
Sure is. It is now.
Versus the 4 seed, Bill Simmons.
Got to go Urban Meyer because I don't even find, and it's just because him as a coach.
I hate Ohio State.
So,
even though I write for them. We have your 11 seed, Chris Broussard, versus the 3 seed, Dan Dakich.
I'm just going to go Dan Dakich because I don't dislike Chris Broussard that much.
Yep, right there with you. Man, we haven't used the coins at all.
No.
Something's wrong here. We might need it here, though. No, probably not. The 10 seed, Mike Florio, versus the 2 seed, Jason Whitlock.
I got to go Jason Whitlock.
Damn it. All right, I was going to go Florio, so I guess we're going to spin the wheel or whatever. We're going to toss the coins.
Uh-huh.
We're going to flip the wheel or spin the coins.
That's right.
Coin flip simulator. All right, and we'll go 3 again. Number of coins, 3.
And flip the camera around. This is for...
By the way, check out our sponsor, Turf Life, at turflife.club. Or turflifeclub.com. Sorry, we changed it.
Yeah, we did.
All right, here we go, Colby. 3 coins. We're going to randomly flip 3 coins here. Oh, we didn't decide who's who. Decide who's who.
Yeah, okay. Let's go Florio as tails.
Is Colby in there? You're doubling up, Colby. What happened to our thing? There we go. All right, you said who?
Florio is tails.
Florio is a tail. Florio wins, Colby.
Damn it.
I'm just going to put this right here. All right, Florio wins. We now have your semifinals. That's going to be tough.
Is it?
Colin Cowherd or Urban Meyer?
Colin Cowherd.
Why? He's more annoying than Urban Meyer.
Yes, Urban's just, he's a goof.
Man.
He's just a sports puddle of stupid.
Urban Meyer, which means.
All right.
Glad I didn't put this back in. All right, who's heads?
Colin Cowherd's heads.
Heads, Colin Cowherd wins. Colby,
That's not right.
Urban Meyer advances.
That's not right. You're
always say that.
It's not. Urban Meyer hasn't been doing this sports media thing long enough to be counted as annoying as Colin
So
Cowherd.
annoying. All right, then, Colby. Dan Dakich or Mike Florio?
Dan Dakich, because I'm not annoyed with Mike Florio.
I'm annoyed with Mike Florio. We went the whole freaking thing without using the coins. Now we're going to use them like 4 times in a row. All right, here we go. Who's heads?
Dakich's heads.
Dakich, because he's a head. It is heads.
He's going to win this thing, and I don't even know him.
Dakich advances.
He started out because I just didn't know who he was.
Now he's on a run.
He won that other part because you watch soccer because of a fro guy.
Dan Dakich won because of something I did in the 80s. That puts us up, Colby. The 12 seed.
Poor Dan Dakich.
12 seed Urban Meyer versus the 3 seed Dan Dakich.
Urban Meyer. I'm not going to let Dan Dakich win this. I don't know him enough to be annoyed.
Awesome.
I've almost cussed like 4 times in this damn thing.
Urban Meyer wins Group 4, Colby.
It doesn't feel right.
As the 12, it feels right to me, man.
Not the same one as Colin Cowherd.
When I wrote all the names out and wrote the seedings down, in my head I said either Mike Florio or Colin Cowherd are going to come out of this group. And they didn't even make it to the finals.
No, but Dan Dakich
made it to the finals, and we don't even really know who he is.
Now I've got to go home tonight and watch some YouTube of Dan Dakich just so I can find out why he almost won this damn thing.
It's pretty bad, though, Colby, to be completely honest.
You don't know who he is either.
No, I watch too much college basketball.
We're still watching coins, by the way.
Well, it's probably better. All right.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. We got spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you?
Shut up.
I used to be a cheerleader, Colby.
At A&M?
No, those are called yell leaders.
Mm-hmm.
I was a cheerleader in high school. Very good. Well, yeah. So next week at what? 8 o'clock?
Yep.
Whatever time that comes on. 8 o'clock, 8:05. We will have your finals. And then we're going to add a twist because I like using the coins so much. We're going to vote like normal, like we've been doing on the Final Four. And then I'm going to put me and you up against some of these people, but the coins will decide.
Okay.
We can't vote for ourselves.
All right. Because I'd vote for you every time.
I'd vote for you every time. It'd be me and you in the finals, and then it'd be a tie.
Right.
And then the coins would have to decide. And then I would hate the coins because it would pick me.
Probably.
Stupid coins.
Tim for tails.
Tim the Tails. All right, Colby.
Tim and
So let me
tails.
preface this 825 segment by saying it's 2023.
Right.
I'm still not 100% positive what the hell Reddit is.
Okay. It's like an unsanctioned Facebook, basically.
So it's like a social media?
Kind of.
But it's been explained to me, though, it's basically just a big message board, right? Or
Pretty much.
Is there websites to it, or
You just go to Reddit.
Reddit.com is a thing?
It's got an app too.
Okay. Because I just always see the little robot dude in the orange circle. That's kind of what I affiliate with Reddit.
That's pretty much it.
But I guess like there's bad stuff on Reddit,
Oh, there's all kinds of things on Reddit.
like illegal things on Reddit.
It's everything.
Can we be on Reddit?
I mean, yeah.
Can you do that kind of thing?
I don't know
how it works.
I don't know.
See, I don't know what Reddit is. Anyway, what we have here are the most effed up relationship advice posts seen on Reddit. Some of these are pretty funny, Colby.
Can't wait.
The first one.
So there's no room to wait because it's right now.
It's right now. You don't have to wait. That's the worst tease ever. We'll be back after this with the most effed up relationship advice posts on Reddit. And we're back. So the first one comes from Addion. I guess everybody's got a Reddit name.
Pretty much.
The most effed up thing that I've seen on Reddit was when a guy was convinced that his wife was cheating on him because she would go out randomly late at night. One night he followed her and confronted her in the parking lot of a Waffle House she had gone to. Colby, it turns out what she had was not a lover. She had a phobia of pooping when he might hear her.
Oh, my God.
And for the duration of their marriage up to that point had been leaving the house to go poop out of fear of him hearing her.
First of all, fear of him hearing her. Was she a loud pooper?
I mean, I guess I kind of understand that's a thing.
I mean, that is a thing. That is a thing.
How can you be a loud pooper? Like if you fart a lot when you poop?
Yeah. Like if you have a high protein diet or if you drink a lot of protein drinks or anything along that line, you can get believe you me.
So I take like fiber supplements.
Right.
All right, look, I'll just say it. I take Metamucil every morning. It's the orange powder. You stir it up in the cup and you drink it, all right?
Uh-huh.
And when I don't, like for an extended period of time, dude, my gut gets all sorts of messed up.
Right.
But I'm not a loud pooper, though. Like even when I'm not, like it's, I don't know, it's very smooth and comfortable.
We didn't have to go this far.
Colby from I Dream of Cookies. I am haunted by this relationship post by a woman who pranked her husband. Her husband was a veteran with severe PTSD.
No.
And she thought it would be a good idea to dress up in all black with a black ski mask and hide in their shower.
Are you kidding me?
She jumped out at him. He tackled her and beat her senseless to the point where she was unconscious and had to be hospitalized. The last thing she remembers before she lost consciousness was him yelling her name. But it doesn't say the name. Honey, run! There's somebody in the house! Run! There's somebody in the house!
Oh, my God.
As he's trying to protect her by beating up this intruder.
She thought, okay, he now has worse PTSD.
Yeah.
Because of it. Because he's got more post-traumatic syndrome over you being a dumb bee.
She tried to figure out how she could save the relationship where her traumatized husband now had to live with the fact he beat his wife up to the point that she had to be hospitalized. Now she's afraid of him, and her wife's family thinks he's a POS.
Oh, he's not.
It wasn't him.
No, it wasn't.
That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard someone do.
I mean, I've heard dumber, but that's right up there. I mean, I've heard some of your daily actions.
Oh, those are pretty dumb, Colby.
Yeah.
From Mel B 86.
What's up, Spice Girl?
Hang on, it's worthy. Hang on, I gotta get there. Hang on. That was pretty good, Colby. You know a Spice Girl's name.
I do.
So a teen's mom confessed to her on the mom's deathbed that she was illegitimate.
Oh, man.
The teen was torn and confused about what to do with that information and went to Reddit to ask whether they should tell their dad the truth. They were encouraged to come clean. She told her dad. Her dad got pissed and kicked her out of the house. I feel like that's an overreaction on the dad's part, right?
That's an overreaction.
Last I heard, the teen was contemplating suicide.
Oh, okay. First of all,
Brought the room down a little bit.
Shame on the lady that was about to pass that went ahead with it. I kept that whole time.
Yeah.
Shame on you, lady. But then shame on the dad for like, wait, you've been my kid this whole time. Now there's new information that changes everything. Get the F out. No, it doesn't. It doesn't change all the history that you had together.
Colby, we have a text on the FanStream Sports text line that may or may not be one of the blonde bimbos that I hang out with.
Okay.
I guess it goes back to the poop story. She said maybe she was afraid it was going to stink.
I mean, yeah. Dudes will get over that. We've been in locker rooms.
Dudes
before.
don't care if it stinks. Right?
Just let us know. Just warn us before we go in there. By the way, I wouldn't go in there for a little bit.
From deleted. That's what it says. Deleted. I don't know if that means the name was deleted or if that's their actual name.
Right.
One guy asked if he was an a-hole for not bothering to help his wife when she fainted. He found her unconscious on the floor, but left her alone because she seemed fine.
That's not how you explain that, you stupid MFer. If you walk in and your lady's on the floor and you assume that she's fainted, okay, yeah, make sure everything's going all right, but then just go, what happens if I move her? I don't know. And then you question that. So when she wakes up and she's still in the floor, you just be like, man, I just didn't know.
I mean, do you kind of kick her a little bit to see if she wakes up?
My instant reaction would be to try and make sure that they can regain consciousness.
Hold a mirror over their mouth. See if they're breathing.
Breathing, we're fine.
All right, I'm going to the bar.
No, I think I would instinctively like, no, I need to make sure the eyes open and everything's okay and what's operating. I couldn't leave them after fainting. If I walk in and it looks like they're just asleep on the floor, oh, I guess
that's just weird.
Got really drunk really early.
God hates his wife. Colby, there is a post from a girl on Reddit complaining about her boyfriend's underwear stains.
Just don't wear them.
Because he refused to wipe properly?
Tim.
Because he thought putting anything near his butthole would make him gay.
You know what?
Including toilet paper.
Okay. If you're that close to being gay, you're gay.
So when I read this earlier, a thought came into my brain. This is the definition of homophobia.
That is yes.
So is homophobia the fear of finding out you're gay or being gay? Or is it the fear of people thinking you're gay?
Or just people acting or being gay around you and I mean,
that's another definition.
I've never understood homophobia, to be honest with you.
No.
Never understood it. Are you afraid that like you're going to catch it or something? This guy that won't even put anything near his beehole because he's afraid that it'll turn him. He might like it. I guess that's it.
I mean, yeah. That's
so you're afraid you might like it. Well, what if you do like it, man?
So what?
So are you like catching yourself, like kind of looking at the other side of the Sears catalog? You're not just in the women's lingerie. You're checking out the jockeys.
I think that's the second reference to a Sears catalog tonight.
Okay, then I can tell you this. If like later in life I found out, which obviously it's not the way that me as a particular person swing. If I found out that I didn't have to deal with women, and it took me, I just didn't want a man. You freaking kidding me?
Huh.
So,
but to the point that you won't wipe your butt after you poop.
I mean, there's
because it might turn you gay,
or you might just love butt stuff, man.
And there's
You might-
nothing wrong with that.
I still love the women, but you also love butt stuff.
You do you, boo.
Yeah, I mean, find out what makes you. That's the reason why I try every single food I can get my hand on, just in case it's the greatest thing I've ever eaten. I don't know it until I tried it. Except for I never tried the gayness because, you know,
I would love to get this guy on the show, but on the phone.
I already know. But if you don't know, then shoot, go give it a try. I don't care. So what if his butt itches?
Well, it has to itch, like all the time, right?
Yes.
Think it does like a dog and goes around on the floor with his butt scraping? And
No, because he'd be afraid that the butt scraping would turn him.
oh, he might like it.
Yeah.
That is one of the most messed up things I've ever heard in my life.
And how did he get a woman? He's got to smell like doo-doo all the time.
I mean, we don't know what she looks like.
It doesn't really matter how.
It's true.
How can you put up with that? I mean,
I don't know, but I just upvoted it, whatever that means.
I don't care what kind of love stick he's packing. If that back end always smells like
No one's going there.
no, keep your pants on.
Oh
I don't care, man.
Gosh, dude.
Don't mark that.
Mark. Sippy. How about from hot potatoes? I read a Reddit post about a girl whose boyfriend got so pissed off at her, he started slowly feeding her slugs in her food.
What?
Live slugs.
How do you slowly feed somebody slugs?
It eventually sent her to the hospital.
Because she was ingesting slugs.
Apparently, slugs aren't good for you.
Well, I've never seen one crawling across the ground and been like, dinner?
No.
Also, how do you slowly feed some? What do you hide a slug in?
Put it in a burger or in a patty, and then you cook the burger or under some lettuce?
Maybe it's a mushroom Swiss burger.
Then you couldn't tell.
Then the texture might be. There you go. That's how you feed people slugs. Feed them mushrooms. Cooked mushrooms.
Colby's figured it out.
I have.
Watch out at his house.
That mushroom Swiss is around. You better make sure I like you. I might have slugged you.
Here's one. I didn't pre-read this, so I don't know where it's going, but the username is Colessingseas.
I don't even want to know what
The post where a father discovered through one of his daughter's DNA ancestry tests that she wasn't his child. Then he did a paternity test for his other 3 daughters, excluding the youngest, and found out none of them were his either.
Uh-oh.
The age range between the oldest and youngest daughter were so big. He'd been with his wife the entire time since they were in high school. He approached her about it. She initially brushed him off until him and all of the children confronted her. Where she only just cried and apologized, but didn't say anything else. She never explained anything to any of them. Weeks passed by without the couple saying anything to each other. The husband came home one day to find that his wife had offed herself.
Without any explanation.
He never got any explanation, and all 5 daughters lost their mother.
That's information that I don't think I'd need to know at that point then.
Yikes.
Well, bring the whole effing room down with the Reddit post.
I mean,
I don't know how to recover from that. I also don't know how to fix that.
here's an interesting one from There Is a Galleria. Well, I mean, I know where one is. There was a post I saw on Reddit where a wife discovered that the husband was keeping several other women's driver's licenses. And he said that the women gave them to him. And the wife automatically jumped to the conclusion of cheating
Not serial killer.
and turned him into the police. There was no update after that. I'd like to know if he was a murderer.
Yeah, because usually if you got somebody's driver's license, you're not cheating with them. You don't do that. It's not like your trophies, except for if you like killed them and or you're blackmailing them.
Huh.
So
That's kind of messed up, Colby.
I mean, now if there's a bunch of random, like panties or something, like sexual trophies, then all right, it's probably cheating then. But
This person found a post on Reddit where a woman wanted to name her twin children that she was about to give birth to Israel and Palestine. The husband was refusing and she didn't know why. Hey, Israel. Hey, Palestine. Y'all stop fighting.
that's right.
Huh.
No, she didn't know why. Well, some ladies some men. Well, everybody, there's stupid people everywhere.
Oh, Colby. Okay, we have to end on this one.
Okay,
From Biggins9227.
because of course they are.
Hope none of you are eating.
Oh dear, I was starting to get hungry.
There was a post where a woman thought her boyfriend, who was a doctor, was drugging her, raping her, and then leaving her covered in ejaculate. Turns out there was a severe bed bug infestation that was causing her to have memory loss from all of the bites. And it was bed bug excrement that she was finding all over herself.
So
Can you not tell the difference?
maybe not. I've never seen bed bug doo doo.
Okay, Colby, I'm going to do this right now, live on the air.
You're not going to look up bed bug doo doo.
I am typing bed bug excrement.
Gross.
I think these aren't company computers, huh?
I mean,
And then I'm going to hit, and then
don't put it on the screen. We already lost like a bunch of viewers just off of you mentioning it.
Have you ever seen a bed bug?
I have seen a bed bug.
Oh my God. I've never seen a bed. Colby,
Don't.
why don't I have a line open? Oh my God, I'm about to gag.
Well, stop it.
I can't stop looking.
Clear out the screen.
Okay, now should I just type bed bug ejaculate?
No, you shouldn't.
Bed bug
But you're doing it.
ejaculate. It just says pictures of bed bugs having sex.
No.
Oh,
People haven't spent time.
hang on.
No. Is it cartoon bed bugs doing things?
No, they're not cartoons. Colby,
The internet.
hang on.
This is the internet at the worst of the internet. Right here.
There you go.
Bed bugs.
I'm doing it.
There you go.
And you only get that on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show.
Because nobody else will do it.
Twice a week. God, Colby. Follow that.
All right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you for making us sound better. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
Oh my God.
Bed bugs.
What's wrong with us?
And by God, I found it. Let's go to Ecuador. Reason why we're going to Ecuador is because a 76-year-old woman who was declared dead at a hospital in Ecuador. Immediately after she was declared dead, they, of course, put her in her coffin, and they're going to have a wake. And in the middle of the wake, hey! Hey!
No.
It's dark.
It's my biggest fear. It's dark in here.
So the funeral goers were, of course, at the wake and crying, can't believe she passed. She didn't. Scared the crap out of them because, Satan and stuff.
Satan and stuff.
And so they're like, oh, crap. So they opened up the coffin, and there she was. She's all covered in sheets and stuff. And they check, and she's breathing. And she was covered in sheets, so the knock was happening by her swiveling. She was in her own casket. They got her back to the doctor. Not the same doctor. It's like, nope, dead. They picked a different one. Smart. Now, nothing else has been said. They're like, we're not sure how much we can do for her, but she's alive right now, right? So there's not been an update to it, but can the person that said nope, she's dead, may want to go ahead and find out who that was. And I don't know, bud.
I mean, somebody had to sign a death certificate, right?
Yeah, the doctor had to sign the death certificate. And if you're a doctor and you have to sign a death certificate, you may be in your best intentions to go in there and just check for yourself.
Huh.
So
you think you wouldn't have to question something like that?
Right. But yeah, just say, I can't imagine being in a funeral and all of a sudden, hey, I'm not dead yet. Why am I in here? What happened? Oh my God. Lose my mind.
Who's winning Survivor?
Is the TV off? I can't see it. Am I blind? Can you imagine being that person though? Like you were in a coma and they thought you were dead or something, and you wake up and you're at your own funeral. So, speaking of at your own funeral.
Oh, great.
There was a TikTok user in Belgium that his name is David Barreton. He's 45. He apparently his TikTok channel is doing real well. So he decided that it was time to play a prank on his family, because he felt like that his family wasn't really inviting him to things, and there wasn't any more getting together happening. And so he talked his kids and his wife into faking his own death.
My God.
So he did.
You ever thought about that?
Faking your own death?
Faking my death.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes.
You're the one.
But no, I've never thought of faking my own death. Just never crossed my mind. But he did. And his whole intention was a big video and all that, and have his whole family there. And he going to land in a helicopter and get out and be like, it's just a ruse. But if this could have really happened, y'all had all missed hanging out with me and blah, 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 and whatever. We need to get together as a family. So he did all of that, landed his helicopter and got out and started talking to his family. And thanks for coming to my funeral. I'm not actually dead, whatever. He looks around and only half of his family showed up.
Oh.
A lot of people stayed home.
The reality of the situation.
Reality of the situation, bud, is anybody that's, vain enough to fake their own funeral to draw attention to themselves probably has people that don't like you, bud.
There's a reason you feel that way.
Yeah, they don't like you, bud. So I can't imagine faking my own funeral and like having people that I think would be there, and then they're not because they don't give an S.
Wow. About your death.
You passing.
Jeez.
So that was a real kick to the nads for Belgium TikToker. He actually, the news showed up to cover it. And he was like, well, I'm kind of sad. Only half my family showed up.
But the news showed up. That's like a good thing. Yeah.
So the news cared that you died.
Wow.
Let's go from there to, if you're being contacted by the Illuminati to come join them, it's probably a scam.
Probably not the real Illuminati.
Especially when they're talking to you through like emails and stuff. So, but there's been a resurgence in people like grand masters of the Illuminati contacting people and inviting them to become a member.
You think Illuminati have, even the real members, they have like Tim@theilluminati.com? That's their email address.
That's their email. Not hiding the damn thing. Hiding in plain sight, Tim. We're right here.
Wow.
But people are falling for this.
Of course they are.
And they're like paying money to join the Illuminati.
Oh my God.
So if you think the Illuminati is contacting you and you only, and they're like looking for you to become a member of the Illuminati, go ahead and take a real quick look around at your surroundings and think the most secretive and impactful mythical group of humans and lizard people and whatever else you think that the Illuminati's made of. You think they called you? I mean, like if I was Jay-Z and like the Illuminati called me, I might be like, okay, there's a reason behind that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Money.
Them calling Colby Sapp. Yeah, I don't see that, bud. I don't see it. I don't have enough power and sway to do a damn thing. So, yeah. So if you're in my boat and the Illuminati contacts you, just know, no, bud, it's not it. Let's go from there to what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. So a Southern Illinois man was arrested in Nevada and is facing charges of theft in Williamson County. He was just trying to make it to the airport. Did he call an Uber? No. Call a taxi? No. Catch public transportation? No. Steal a car? No. Steal a bus? No. Steal a construction backhoe? Ding, 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 ding.
Oh my God.
So, according to Williamson County Sheriff Office, Timothy J. Baggett,
that's my name and initial,
was arrested in Elko County for charges related to the possession of a stolen vehicle. That stolen vehicle was a backhoe that he stole and drove to the airport. I guess if you're thinking, man, if I can get it to the airport, get out and get on my flight, I'm good. But airport authorities are going to kind of question whose backhoe that is parked in parking lot 51B. Just saying. I'm just saying. There's some odd things going on at Taylor Swift concerts.
What else is new?
Especially for her Eras tour. So Swifties, as I guess they're called.
Is that what they're called?
I guess.
That's original.
They're all, clamoring and trying to get into the Taylor Swift concerts. And what is happening, especially according to Michael Carey, who's 28 years old, he was in section 239. So it was basically he's able to see the whole stage without having to look at like a Jumbotron or whatever. Good seats for a Swiftie, right? And it's like a 3-hour concert. And he knew this. So right before Taylor is to go on and do her thing and complain about all her relationships and write songs about it, he decides, all right, I need to go, make sure I don't have any. I need to go to the bathroom. Make sure during this 3 hours that I can stay here the whole 3 hours.
Yep.
So let me go ahead and go. So he goes and he realizes that because the women at these concerts, outnumber the men by quite a majority, that the women have now taken over both restrooms. And in every way, there's women, a line of them, out of both the men's restroom and the women's restroom. It's like, oh crap. So I've got to wait here in a 30-minute line full of women?
Nope.
To get to the men's restroom? This sucks. But then he's like, but I just have to pee. They're not using the urinals.
Right there with them.
And so he starts walking and women are like, hold up. He's like, I'm just going to go use the urinal. What, are you going to use the urinal? And they just let him on through. I don't know how. Can you imagine as you're in the men's restroom and you just hear a woman that should have went to Waffle House just firing off a Baby Ruth rocket while you're trying to catch a pee?
I'm in love.
I mean, I'm okay with it because everybody's got to go, but still, it's something you're not used to.
I mean, unless you're married.
And also, as a dude, are you just like more out in the open? Because like normally as a dude, you're just kind of a little bit closer to the urinal type of situation.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about gaps or anything, or that one curious George just kind of looking over at your penis.
Here's my penis.
Yeah. Just rather, I mean, I'm trying to pee. I'd rather you not stare at my ding dong while I'm doing it. But now that you're in this situation, are you just kind of backing up a little bit more? Like, it's okay, ladies, for me to have my penis out right now, so y'all are in the wrong spot.
Dude, I would so do that.
Just like go full trial draw.
Yes. Like a 4-year-old.
Y'all just got it.
Butt out, nuts out, dong out.
Yeah.
Hands on hips, not even holding it, just
Right.
letting it go.
Mhm.
Dude, I would so do that.
So
I meet your girlfriend there.
You end up catching you a Swiftie.
Yeah.
That way, when you go home, you don't have to pat Sajak. Let's go from there to Florida, because Florida's America's Wang. As James Colasanti, he's 19 years old, and he's at his apartment complex, and he sees two people, that are about to go get in their car. And he comes out and he goes, "Hey, you take me to GameStop?" They're like, "No." He goes, No. You gonna take me to GameStop? They're like, "Sir, no, I'm not gonna take you." So he runs into his house before they can get in the car, and he comes back out with knives. "You're taking me to GameStop." And then he flings like a 7-inch butcher knife at him. Needless to say, he didn't connect, but he's now going to jail.
So he didn't make it to GameStop.
He didn't make it to GameStop.
Poor guy.
So I can't imagine needing to go to GameStop that bad.
He just wanted a copy of Madden 18.
Right. You can go trade in all his current games for a quarter.
Trade in his Narnia.
That's right. So, and if this will pull up, and oh yeah, the dumbest question I've ever seen, and this will end us. This is from Kent, Washington. As the headline says, questions about security after 19-year-old man killed inside Kent movie theater. So, yes, I would have questions about security.
You
too.
think?
I would.
Like that was it?
Somehow our lackadaisical security allowed a person in here with a gun and he shot somebody and left out the
security.
Yeah, so we question about. I would have questions. I would have questions about security. Would. Somebody showed up to go watch the new Transformer movie and got shot and killed.
Killed dead.
Graveyard dead.
Jesus.
So, yeah, that's the dumbest headline. And it actually goes on to say, so, yes, there will be, the police chief said he had now questions about the idea about security here at this particular movie theater.
Genius.
Effing genius.
Can we get a follow-up question?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you plan to do about it?
We're just going to question
We're
it.
going to question security.
We're going to have a meeting tomorrow
That's right.
over donuts.
We'll probably order a pizza.
Pizza donuts. Oh, pizza rolls. I want
Man.
a pizza roll right now.
I want a pizza donut.
I want a donut pizza. Those are two very different things, but with very similar names.
That's right.
How did we get here?
We showed up. That's news and notes, everybody.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Colby Sapp. Thank you to everyone that's been a part of this one. You guys that watched us live, listen to us live on the new fanstreamsports.com, where, again, you can watch the live shows on the YouTube link right there in the middle of the page, or Click on the link above that says live stream. You can listen to the show live. And when we're not live, you get a loop of all the current shows here on FanStream Sports. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to do it again on Monday. We can't promise it's going to be as entertaining, but we're going to try.
Or worse.
Or worse. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see ya.